So, Git is not only a swear word but also a version control system. If you already know what that means, then you should definitely think about the videos you click on, because the title was pretty clear. And anyway, this is what you're gonna learn in this video. And this is what you're not gonna learn in this video. And these are the timestamps. Please feel free to jump around this video. I'm not here to waste your time, and here we go. Yeah, but what does that really mean? Well, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It allows you to control different versions of your project. Is Git the only version control system out there? No, it is not. Is it the most popular one? Yes, it is. Do you have to use GitHub in order to use Git? No, you don't. What am I doing here? So what is GitHub? GitHub is a remote repository. Quick note, if you don't know what a repository is, it's basically where your things are. Or as Wikipedia likes to say, GitHub is a provider of internet hosting for software development and version control using Git. It offers a distributed version control and source code management functionality of Git. Basically a version control platform using Git. Hi, I'm Ryan, by the way. So there are some terminology that you should learn, like git push, forking, git merge, git main branch, master branch, pull request, and many more. Don't worry, we'll cover them all, and I'm gonna explain them with a real-life workflow of developers. And if you're in a hurry, just go to the third section, Git commands. We're gonna go through all of them once, like a summary and like a fast. So this is a typical workflow of a developer. I'm gonna explain everything, every command, every option, everything for you. And right after this section, the third section, we're gonna go through them one more time. And so, story time. Once upon a time, wait. Learn how to read the documentation. Once upon a time, there were Enola and Landon, and they wanted to work on a project, and they used GitHub to do so. Enola is her first day, and she copies the whole project into her computer. I like the thing that she's got a MacBook, but anyway, could you please have space gray, please? So she goes to the GitHub page of the project and downloads the whole project into her computer by using the git clone command. Just like this. And now she writes some awesome lines of code and she wants to save those changes. Well, first, let's see what files exactly have been modified. And we use that by using the command git status, just like this. Now Enola adds that file, or all the files with dot, to the staging area. And staging area is an area that is an area before we commit our changes. Why do we even have staging area? That's not the topic of this video, but you can of course check out this page, link in the description. It's nice to know. So now the changes are ready to be committed, but they haven't yet. And if Enola is sure, she will commit these changes using git commit command. And you need to also write a message. So git commit -m, inside quotes, you can write a message, just like this. But just please make sure that you use present tense. You don't want to say, I changed this to this change. We use present tense. Okay, now the files have been committed, but they are inside your computer. So remember, the project file is onto GitHub, so there's a team working on this project. Everyone else should have that too. And we use git push master origin. Okay, it sounds a little bit weird, but we get into it. Master is the name of the branch, which we will get to, and origin is just a simple word, which means where it came from, which is the project GitHub page of the project. And the first time, of course, you need to write your username and password, but this is a command that you should use. And of course, we're going to talk about it a little bit more in the third section. Don't worry if you didn't completely understood it. So great, Enola just survived her first day. Yes. Now the next day, Landon and Enola, they both want the newest update of the project to work on, because remember, it's a whole team working on the project, and they both did the current project using git pull command, and this is how you use it, which only updates the parts that you need to, the new parts that have been changed. Git ignore. There are some stuff that you don't want to push into GitHub, like passwords or API keys or anything. In that case, you make a git ignore file for Git to ignore those, and that is basically a text file that tells Git which files to ignore. You just make it just like this. Now this is the fun part, branching. So far Enola has been working on the main branch or master branch, which is the main line of development, and that's not always the smartest things to do, right? Sometimes, most of the times, it is better to make changes on the not main line of development to try it out or complete it or test it or for whatever reason. And then when you're sure, you can merge it into the main line of development or main branch or master branch. So I mentioned the word branch a couple of times, but what does branching really mean? So branching means that you diverge from the main line of development and continue to work onto a parallel line of development without missing the main one. So this is how you create a new branch. Git branch, another name you want it to be, like a unicorn or whatever. Then you can go to that branch, but by typing git checkout and then the name of the branch. And to see all the branches, git branch. To create a branch and check out to it, you use the -b option. So git checkout -b and then the name. So let's just say Enola changes something and Landon changes the same thing to something else. And now we're gonna have a merge conflict. This is really easy, just you can go read the documentation or Google it. This is nothing complicated, but we're not gonna talk about this in this video. If you want me to do another more advanced Git tutorial, just comment down below. So, like I promised, the third section, these are all the Git commands, and right after this, you're about to learn about forking. So, first of all, neofetch, so just because it looks good, come on. And now, git init to create an empty Git repository, or to initiate a new empty Git repository. So this is a GitHub project. This is an awesome project that we're gonna clone. So git clone, and then we need the URL to that project. So let's go back to the GitHub page and code here. You can copy paste it, and yeah, copy paste and press enter. So we have it. And by the way, I didn't specify to which path. That means it's in the same directory. That's why it is in my downloads, as you can see it there. Awesome project. So let's just open it, and as you can see, we have one text file inside of it, my text editor of choice, Vim, and wow, this is an awesome project. It's so creative. And let's make it more awesome by adding some exclamation marks at the end. Save, and let's check this. Let's check the status of our Git right now by using git status. And as you can see, we have one modified file, rainbow.txt, and git add dot for everything, or you can specify the name. And yeah, it's now green when we check the status. So git commit, let's commit this. -m for message, and let's write more awesomeness, let's just call it. And enter or return. And here we go, we have it. And if we are working on this with a team, with other team members, then we need to push it to GitHub so everyone can use it. And git push origin master. And of course, if you are working on a different branch, instead of master, you can write the name of the branch. And origin, don't worry about origin. Origin is just a name. It means the GitHub page where you get the project. It's just a name. I was so confused at the beginning, but it's just a name. You could name it anything you want. And let's go back to the GitHub page of the project and check, and yes, so our changes have been also done in GitHub. If you like how my terminal looks, by the way, you can check out that video. So contributing to a project is great, is amazing, go do it. But this is not what we're talking about. We're gonna talk about forking. So if you wanna work on someone else's project, you fork the repository first. What does that mean? Basically, you make a copy of someone's repository and work and modify the copied version of the project, not the real project. Because, I mean, it doesn't make no sense if everyone could come to your project and modify files, right? So the workflow is that you probably make your changes into another branch, and then you send a pull request, and then eventually one of the project maintainers will accept your pull request or not, but this is a workflow. So I'm so sorry, one video is definitely not enough to explain everything, and I just hope that I could help a little bit. And subscribe if you want. I mean, you're an adult, probably. And you know what? Just subscribe if you want to. That helps the algorithm, I think. Does it help anyone? Anyway, the buttons are there. And if you watched so far, please comment down below coffee with a K and an A. So that's how we write it here in Germany anyway. And let's just confuse people. Yeah, let's just confuse people. Oh, what time is it? 12 a.m. And 2 videos done, 6 videos to go. So let's go, let's do this. Lass es schneien, lass es schneien, lass es schneien. In the upcoming video, we are gonna learn about command line, or terminal, or command prompt, or bash scripting. They're all the same. And yeah, so